High blood pressure is often called a silent killer for a very good reason. It usually doesn't have any clear signs or make you feel sick. For many older adults, it builds up slowly over time until something serious, like a stroke or heart attack, makes it known. But what makes it even more dangerous is how easy it is to miss the habits that lead to it. Simple choices you make every day, what you eat, how much you move, and how you handle stress, affect your blood pressure more than you might think. The truth is, many people over 50 think they are doing all the right things. They take their medicine, go for checkups, and try to stay active. But hidden in their daily lives are small mistakes they don't notice. These habits seem harmless but slowly push blood pressure up or stop treatments from working well. If no one points them out, they keep happening and quietly put stress on the heart, brain, and all the blood vessels. That's why this video is important. We're not here to confuse you with medical words or make you feel bad. We want to make things clear, show you the common blood pressure mistakes older adults make, and give you simple, practical changes that can really help. Whether you've been dealing with high blood pressure for years or you've just started watching your numbers, this guide is made to help you take back control of your health in a way that feels easy, encouraging, and smart. Because managing blood pressure isn't just about numbers on a machine. It's about staying active, thinking clearly, sleeping well, and enjoying life without worry. And that starts with knowing what to avoid and what to do instead. So, let's look at the first blood pressure mistake and start building a stronger, healthier heart, one smart habit at a time. Mistake number 1. Skipping medications or taking them the wrong way. Managing blood pressure often starts with medicine prescribed by a doctor. Medicines are one of the best tools to keep blood pressure under control, but they only work if you take them correctly and every time you're supposed to. One of the most dangerous and sadly common mistakes older adults make is skipping doses, taking pills at the wrong times, or stopping their medicine without talking to their doctor. It might seem like a small thing at the time, but it can cause serious problems later on. There are many reasons why this happens. Some people forget. Others feel fine and think they don't need the medicine anymore. Some worry about side effects or don't like the idea of depending on a pill. Others cut pills in half or take them every other day to make a prescription last longer or to save money. Even though these reasons might seem understandable, they can cause blood pressure to go up and down, which strains the heart and raises the risk of stroke, kidney damage, or heart failure. Blood pressure medicine is carefully chosen for your body. It's not just about lowering a number, it's about protecting your whole heart and blood vessel system. When you miss doses or don't take your medicine regularly, your blood pressure can shoot up without warning. You might not feel anything at first, but over time, this quietly damages your arteries and puts more pressure on important organs. And because there are often no symptoms, many people don't know anything is wrong until something bad happens. It's very important to understand that blood pressure medicines often don't make you feel better in an obvious way, like some other medicines do. Because of this, it can be easy to think they're not that important. But they are doing very important work, like reducing pressure on your heart, helping your blood flow better, and lowering your risk of serious health problems. The good news is this mistake can be completely avoided. The first step is to make taking your medicine a regular habit, not something you question. Take it at the same time every day. Use things like pill boxes, alarms, or daily checklists to help you remember. If you ever miss a dose, don't take 2 doses next time without asking your doctor. Call and ask what to do. And if you have side effects, tell your doctor right away. Often, there are other medicines or different doses that can help you feel better without risking your heart health. Also, never stop taking your blood pressure medicine just because your readings look normal. That often means the medicine is working, not that you should stop. Always talk to your doctor before making any changes, no matter how small. Even small changes in when or how much medicine you take can change how well it works. It's also a good idea to talk to your doctor if you're worried about the cost of your medicine. Many older adults try to make prescriptions last longer because of cost, but there are often cheaper generic medicines, discounts, or programs that can help. Your health is worth talking about. Managing blood pressure is a long-term job, but it's one that gives you more energy, stability, and peace of mind. And it starts with being consistent. One pill, one day, one choice at a time. Your heart is counting on you to stay on track, and so is your future. Mistake number 2. Eating hidden sodium. You might not add salt to every meal, but that doesn't mean you're staying away from sodium. Most of the salt in an older adult's diet doesn't come from the salt shaker. It's hidden inside the foods we eat every day. And one of the most common and easily missed mistakes in managing blood pressure is not realizing how much sodium is sneaking into your meals. Eating too much sodium is directly linked to high blood pressure. Salt makes your body hold onto water. This extra water increases the amount of blood in your blood vessels and puts extra pressure on your artery walls. Over time, that pressure wears down the heart and can lead to stroke, heart attack, kidney damage, or other serious health problems. But because you don't feel these effects, it's easy to ignore them and even easier to forget where salt is hiding. Packaged foods, canned soups, sauces, frozen dinners, breads, deli meats, and even foods that seem healthy like low-fat salad dressings or whole grain crackers can all be full of sodium. It's added not just for taste, but to make food last longer. Many foods labeled as light, diet, or heart-healthy can still have a lot of salt to help them stay fresh and taste good. And when these foods become a regular part of your diet because they're easy, quick, or taste familiar, sodium can add up very fast. For older adults, this is even more important. As we get older, our kidneys don't filter out sodium as well, and our bodies become more sensitive to its effects. This means that even a normal amount of sodium can cause blood pressure to go up more than it did when we were younger. It also causes more water to stay in the body, which can make problems like swollen legs or heart failure worse. The first step to fixing this mistake is to be aware. Start reading food labels, not just for calories or fat, but for sodium. You'll be surprised where it's hiding. A single serving of canned soup can have more than half the sodium you should have in a whole day. Even a slice of bread or a bowl of cereal can add a lot of sodium if you eat them regularly. Try to choose products that say low sodium, less than 140 milligrams per serving, or no added salt when you can. Simple steps can also make a big difference. Rinse canned beans and vegetables to wash away extra sodium. Choose fresh or frozen foods without sauces. Cook more meals at home so you can control what goes into them. Use herbs, spices, lemon, vinegar, garlic, or pepper to add flavor instead of salt. Over time, you'll find these choices not only protect your heart but also make your meals taste better. And yes, it takes time for your taste buds to get used to less salt. If you've eaten salty foods for years, foods with less salt might taste plain at first. But your taste will change. In a few weeks, you'll start to taste the natural flavors of foods more clearly, and you might even find that very salty foods taste too strong or bad. Cutting back on sodium doesn't mean you can't enjoy food. It means choosing a way to eat that supports your health, protects your heart, and helps you live with more clarity, energy, and stability. Every bite becomes a step towards balance. And every meal becomes a chance to feed not just your hunger, but your health. Mistake number 3. Not checking blood pressure regularly. You usually can't feel your blood pressure, at least not until it's dangerously high or causes a serious problem. And that's what makes it so tricky. You could be going about your day feeling fine, even healthy, while your blood pressure is quietly going up. For older adults, one of the most common and risky mistakes is not checking blood pressure regularly or only relying on doctor visits once a year to keep an eye on it. If you don't check it often, small changes go unnoticed. And those small changes can lead to big problems. The truth is, blood pressure changes all the time during the day based on things like stress, sleep, what you've eaten, and how active you've been. A single reading at the doctor's office, even if it's perfect, doesn't show the whole picture. And often, those readings at the clinic can be too high because you're nervous or too low if you're having a good day. That's why checking it at home is so helpful. It gives you a better idea of your blood pressure trends over time. And knowing that can save your life. When you don't track your blood pressure, you miss important clues. Maybe your medicine isn't working as well as it used to. Maybe a new food habit or stress is starting to affect it. Maybe a supplement you started taking is causing problems with your prescription. Without regular readings, you're just guessing. And when it comes to your heart, guessing isn't good enough. Checking your blood pressure at home is one of the simplest and most empowering habits you can start. It helps you see patterns, catch high readings early, and give your doctor the information they need to make better decisions. It also helps you take control of your health. You're not just waiting for results, you're actively helping to shape them, one reading at a time. You don't need special equipment or medical training. Today's home monitors are not expensive, easy to use, and often have large, easy-to-read displays and built-in memory. The most important thing is to be consistent. Pick a time of day, like first thing in the morning or early evening, and check it at the same time every day. Sit quietly for 5 minutes before you check it. Rest your arm on a table. Keep both feet flat on the floor and don't talk while taking the reading. Doing this every day builds a clear, honest picture of how your body is working. It's also important to keep a record, either on paper or using an app, and bring it to every doctor's visit. This kind of record makes your appointments much more helpful, letting your doctor see changes, adjust medicine if needed, or catch warning signs early before they turn into serious problems. Some people avoid checking their blood pressure because they're afraid of what they'll find. They worry a high number will make them stressed or anxious. But the truth is, ignoring your blood pressure doesn't protect you. It just gives potential problems more time to grow without you knowing. Knowing is the first step to getting better. And with blood pressure, finding problems early is everything. Checking your blood pressure isn't just a task to check off a list. It's an ongoing conversation with your body. And like any good conversation, it works best when it happens regularly, calmly, and with care. Make it part of your daily routine. Make it a habit. And most importantly, make it a priority because your future depends on the choices you make today. Mistake number 4. Letting stress go unmanaged. Stress isn't just something you feel, it's something your body carries. We often connect high blood pressure with poor diet or lack of exercise, but one of the most overlooked causes is long-term stress that isn't dealt with. For older adults, letting stress go unmanaged is a mistake that not only affects mood and sleep, but also quietly and constantly pushes blood pressure higher day after day. Stress turns on the body's fight-or-flight response, filling your system with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These chemicals temporarily raise blood pressure by making blood vessels tighter and your heart beat faster. This is a normal short-term reaction. But when stress becomes a daily habit instead of something that happens once in a while, your body starts to stay in that tense state. Your arteries stay tight, your heart works harder, and over time, that ongoing pressure causes damage that medicine alone can't always fix. The tricky part is that stress often hides in plain sight. It doesn't always show up as panic or anger. Sometimes it's hard to notice: tension in the shoulders, a tight chest, a bad night's sleep, or a quiet feeling of being overwhelmed. And because many older adults were taught to push through problems or be strong, it's easy to downplay these feelings or ignore them. But ignoring stress doesn't make it go away. It just gives it more time to settle into your body, draining your energy, making you less patient, and quietly raising your blood pressure. The good news is that managing stress doesn't require big changes or expensive treatments. It starts with small, deliberate actions that calm your nervous system and bring you back into balance. Deep breathing, for example, slows your heart rate and relaxes blood vessels. Gentle movement like walking, yoga, or stretching releases tension and boosts mood-lifting endorphins. Quiet time in nature, listening to music, or thinking about what you're thankful for by writing in a journal or praying can also help calm stress. Even talking to a friend or just sharing your feelings can make you feel less burdened. The key is to build a habit of daily stress care. Don't just react when things get tough. Create routines that give your mind and body space to relax. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't just do it when your teeth hurt, you do it to keep problems from starting. And if you've been living with unmanaged stress for a long time, be kind to yourself. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about seeing where you can make a change and taking one small step at a time. You don't have to fix everything overnight. But when you start making space for calm, for thinking, for care, your body will respond. Not just in your mind, but in your blood pressure, your sleep, your digestion, and your overall feeling of peace. Stress may be invisible, but its effects are very real. And the power to manage it is always within your reach. One breath, one walk, one moment of stillness at a time. Mistake number 5. Ignoring physical inactivity. When it comes to managing high blood pressure, what you don't do can be just as important as what you do. One of the most overlooked yet most impactful mistakes older adults make is ignoring physical inactivity. In other words, sitting too much, moving too little, and thinking that rest is always the best medicine. While rest is important, a lack of movement can slowly and quietly push blood pressure higher and make the heart work harder than it needs to. Physical activity helps control blood pressure by making the heart stronger. A stronger heart pumps more blood with less effort, which reduces the force on your arteries and helps keep your numbers in a healthy range. Exercise also improves blood flow, reduces swelling, helps control weight, and lowers stress, all key things for heart health. But when movement disappears from daily life, the body starts to work less efficiently. Muscles get weaker, blood flow slows down, and pressure inside your blood vessels begins to rise. For many older adults, the challenge isn't a lack of desire, it's feeling unsure. Worries about joint pain, tiredness, or fear of falling can make the idea of exercise seem scary. But physical activity doesn't have to be hard to be effective. Even light movement done regularly can bring real benefits. A daily walk around the block, stretching in the morning, or gentle chair exercises in front of the television can all help get the heart pumping and the blood flowing. In fact, one of the most powerful changes you can make is simply to sit less. If you tend to watch TV or read for long periods, try standing up every 30 to 60 minutes. March in place for a minute. Walk to the kitchen. Do a few shoulder rolls or toe taps. These short bursts of movement throughout the day help break up long periods of sitting, which can otherwise make arteries stiff and raise blood pressure over time. What matters most is consistency. Moving your body regularly tells your heart, your blood vessels, and your brain that you're still involved with life, still active, still strong. And over time, that message becomes reality. It's also important to find types of movement you enjoy. That might be dancing, gardening, water aerobics, or a simple stretching routine in the morning sun. When exercise feels pleasant, not like a punishment, you're more likely to stick with it. And the more it becomes a habit, the more your body begins to feel good. If you're unsure where to start, talk to your doctor or a physical therapist. They can help you find safe, appropriate ways to move based on your current health and ability to move. Remember, this isn't about becoming an athlete. It's about staying independent, keeping your balance, and giving your heart the help it needs to serve you for years to come. Ignoring inactivity may feel harmless, but over time it places unnecessary pressure on your heart and blood vessels. Movement is medicine, and every step you take is a step toward lower blood pressure and a stronger, more confident you. Mistake number 6. Overusing caffeine and consuming alcohol. A morning cup of coffee is a daily ritual for many. But for older adults managing high blood pressure, using too much of certain things can be a mistake that often goes unnoticed, quietly raising blood pressure or causing problems with medications. Let's first talk about caffeine. Found in coffee, tea, soft drinks, energy drinks, and even chocolate, caffeine is a stimulant. It makes blood vessels narrower and increases heart rate, both of which can temporarily raise blood pressure. For some people, this effect is small or doesn't last long. But for others, especially those already dealing with high blood pressure or who are very sensitive to stimulants, even a small amount of caffeine can push blood pressure into a dangerous zone. The tricky thing is that it affects everyone differently. Some older adults can enjoy a daily cup of coffee without any problems, while others may experience high readings that last for hours, sometimes without even knowing it. The key is to be aware. If you drink caffeine regularly, pay attention to how your body reacts. Think about checking your blood pressure before and after your morning coffee or afternoon soda. If you notice a pattern of higher readings or symptoms like headaches, feeling shaky, or a racing heart, it might be time to cut back or switch to decaf. You don't have to give up your favorite drinks entirely, just make careful changes that support your heart. Next, let's consider alcohol. It's crucial to understand that alcohol is injurious to health, so please avoid it for your health. Drinking alcohol can harm your blood pressure and your overall health. It can also interfere with medications, lead to various health problems, and create more issues for your heart. The good news is that making positive changes, like cutting back on caffeine and avoiding alcohol, can make a noticeable difference. This can lead to lower blood pressure readings, better sleep, more stable energy levels, and improved focus. Using fewer stimulants and avoiding harmful substances can also, in some cases, mean you need less medication. Choosing healthier drinks doesn't mean giving up comfort. There are plenty of enjoyable, heart-friendly options. Try herbal teas like chamomile, mint, or rooibos. Sip on warm lemon water or make your own flavored sparkling water with fresh fruit and herbs. These simple swaps can give you the same feeling of a comforting ritual without the bad side effects. In the end, it's not about strict rules, it's about making thoughtful choices. Knowing how these things affect your body helps you make better decisions, choices that support not just your blood pressure, but your overall health and quality of life. Your heart doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for care. And each step you take toward balance is a step toward a stronger, steadier you. Mistake number 7. Not communicating with healthcare providers. When it comes to managing high blood pressure, having the right support system is just as important as taking the right medicine or eating the right foods. And the main person in that support system is your healthcare provider, like your doctor. Yet, one of the most common and avoidable mistakes older adults make is not keeping open communication with their doctor or care team. This could mean skipping appointments, not telling them about symptoms, or just assuming things are good enough. A lack of honest, regular talks can lead to missed chances to improve care and missed warning signs. It's easy to get into a routine of just refilling prescriptions and going for yearly checkups. But blood pressure isn't something you can set and forget. It changes with stress, activity level, sleep, diet, other medicines, and even the seasons. If your doctor doesn't know everything about how you're feeling or what's happening in your daily life, they only have half the picture. That can make it harder to catch problems early or make the best changes to your treatment. Many older adults don't speak up because they're afraid of seeming like a bother, being judged, or annoying the doctor. But no concern is too small if it's about your health. Whether you're feeling unusually dizzy, having a side effect you've been trying to ignore, taking a new supplement, or have had a recent change in your routine, all this information helps your doctor keep your care plan safe and effective. Side effects from medicine are one of the biggest things people don't report. Some people just stop taking their pills because they don't like how they feel, but they never tell their doctor. This can lead to uncontrolled blood pressure or even serious problems. A quick conversation could lead to a different dose, a different medicine, or lifestyle changes that make a huge difference. Your blood pressure readings from home should also be shared with your doctor. Bring your log to your appointments or share it through an online patient system if they have one. Seeing the trend over time, not just one reading, helps your doctor understand what's working and what's not. And if your readings are all over the place, they can help you figure out why. Even your mental and emotional health are important in this conversation. Stress, loneliness, depression, and anxiety can all make blood pressure go up. Your doctor might be able to refer you to counseling, support groups, or community programs that can help. If going to the clinic is hard because of trouble moving, distance, or transportation, ask about telehealth or video appointments. Many doctors now offer virtual appointments that make it easier to stay in touch without leaving home. Good communication doesn't mean long talks, just honest ones. Your doctor is your partner in health, not someone who will judge you. The more they know, the better they can guide you. And you don't have to wait until your next appointment. If something feels wrong, or if you're not sure about a reading, a side effect, or a lifestyle change, call them. Your health isn't something you do alone. It's a team effort. And keeping those conversations open is one of the smartest, simplest things you can do to protect your blood pressure and your future. Managing high blood pressure doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't mean you need a perfect lifestyle, a long list of things you can't do, or constant worry. What it really needs is for you to be aware of the daily habits that matter, the signals your body is sending, and the power you have to shape your health, one choice at a time. The truth is, blood pressure isn't just a number. It shows how your body is living, breathing, resting, moving, and reacting to life around you. Now you've learned about the 7 most common mistakes that often go unnoticed. And more importantly, you've learned how to avoid them. From understanding your medicines to watching your sodium, staying active, managing stress, talking with your doctor, and making careful choices about caffeine while avoiding alcohol, these are all doable, realistic changes that don't require you to turn your life upside down. They simply ask you to care for yourself with a little more consistency and a little more thought. We firmly believe that good health is built one habit at a time. You don't have to do everything at once. Just pick one area to start. Maybe it's checking your blood pressure regularly or choosing a fresh snack instead of a salty one. Maybe it's setting a reminder to take your medicine on time or calling your doctor about something that's been on your mind. Whatever it is, know that every small step you take is a step toward a healthier heart, a steadier life, and a stronger you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little clarity and encouragement. Because when we support each other, we all become stronger, steadier, and better able to live well, one heartbeat at a time.